Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we peek behind the curtain and see what is really going on. Maybe a few numbers will surprise us. Today we are diving into a report from SS Innovations International Incorporated, is the full name SSI Incorporated for short, and it looks like they are giving us a little preview of their earnings before the official numbers are out. It is like getting a sneak peek at a movie before it hits the theaters. So let's see if this trailer is exciting or just a bit of a snooze fest. Before we get too deep into the numbers, if you are eager to understand what these corporate filings mean and how they might affect the companies you invest in, make sure you are subscribed and ring that notification bell. We also have a fantastic community over on Discord where you can connect with other corporate finance enthusiasts and get your questions answered. The link is in the description below. Join us. Alright, so what we have here is a report filed on the 13th of January 2026. This is for the fiscal year ending the 31st of December 2025. Think of it as a company giving us an early heads up on how they did in the last part of the year and the whole year before the big official reports come out. It is a bit unusual, but also gives us a chance to get ahead of the curve. The main event here is them announcing preliminary unaudited revenue and some other important performance indicators for the period ending the 31st of December 2025. So they are essentially telling us their revenue numbers are ready to be shared even though the final official audit isn't done yet. This is usually for letting investors and the market know what to expect. So on the 13th of January 2026, SS Innovations International Incorporated had a press release, and that press release is included as part of this filing as Exhibit 99.1. This press release is where we're going to find those juicy preliminary numbers they are talking about. It is the company's way of communicating directly with us, the investors, and the public about their performance. Now, on top of that, they are also including a presentation with this filing as Exhibit 99.2. This presentation is likely a more visual and explanatory document showing charts and graphs to go along with the numbers. Companies use these presentations to talk to shareholders and the wider investment community, so it is probably designed to put their performance in the best possible light. It is important to understand that this information is considered furnished. This means it is being provided to the public, but it does not carry the same weight as a fully audited and filed financial report. It is not technically considered filed for some of the more serious regulations under the Securities Exchange Act of 1934. Basically, they are sharing information voluntarily, but it is not bound by the strictest rules. This also means it is not automatically incorporated into their future filings. They are giving us a snapshot, but it is not the final picture. Now, this part is crucial. Every company includes what is called a forward-looking statements disclaimer. This is a legal protection. They are saying that any statements in this report that are not about past events are just projections or expectations about the future. Words like anticipate, believe, estimate, expect, will, intend, may, plan, project, should, could, seek, design, potential, forecast, target, objective, or goal. They are saying that actual results could be very different from these expectations because of risks, uncertainties, and other factors. So while they are sharing their preliminary results and future plans, we need to take those with a grain of salt. And remember that the future is never guaranteed. So as we dig into this report, the big items we are looking for are Exhibit 99.1, which is the press release with the preliminary results, and Exhibit 99.2, which is the January 2026 company presentation. These two exhibits are the heart of what they are trying to tell us right now. The other thing listed here is Exhibit 104, which is the cover page interactive data file. This is for the very tech-savvy folks, and it is embedded in the document, so it is not really something we need to focus on for a standard overview. Let's imagine we are looking at that press release Exhibit 99.1. Typically, companies at this stage will highlight their revenue growth or decline and maybe some key profit metrics. For SS Innovations International Incorporated, we would be looking for their reported revenue for the fourth quarter of 2025 and for the full year 2025. They might also reveal important operating metrics like gross profit or even net income. The way they frame these numbers is key. Are they boasting about record sales or explaining away disappointing figures? For example, if their revenue is up 20%, that could mean they are selling significantly more products or services than before. If it is down 20%, that could translate to losing 1 out of every 5 customers, or having much less demand for what they offer. It is important to see if these optimistic statements about their performance are backed by the raw numbers in the press release. We also need to consider what is not being said. Are there any areas of the business they are deliberately leaving out of this preliminary update? That could also be a sign of trouble. And then we have the company presentation Exhibit 99.2. This is where they try to paint a compelling picture. Charts and graphs can really emphasize positive trends and downplay negative ones. They might show market share growth or the successful launch of new products. We should look for any claims about their competitive position or future strategy. Are they investing heavily in research and development? Are they expanding into new markets? These are the high-level strategic points that a presentation often focuses on. It is also where you might see management's commentary on the financial results and their outlook. They will try to tell you a story of success and growth. The key is to compare the story they are telling in the presentation with the actual preliminary numbers they have released. Do the numbers support the narrative? Finally, the report is signed by Sudhi Srivastava MD, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer. This is the top person at the company putting their name on this report. It signifies that the company leadership is aware of and stands behind this information being released. As Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, he is a key figure in setting the company's direction, and his signature indicates a level of endorsement for what is being reported here. So what is the story here? SS Innovations International Incorporated is giving us an early look at their 2025 results. They are sharing preliminary revenue and operating metrics in a company presentation. This allows us to get a sense of their performance before the official detailed financial statements are released. However, we must remember this is unaudited and preliminary information. They are also providing a standard disclaimer about forward-looking statements. So we should be cautious about reading too much into future projections. Now, for my take, companies often release preliminary results when they have something positive to share or when they need to manage expectations. Without seeing the actual numbers in Exhibit 99.1 and 99.2, it is hard to give a definitive assessment. But generally, if a company is providing preliminary numbers, it signals they have a good handle on their financial situation for the period. We should be looking closely at revenue growth, competitive positioning, and any mention of future plans in the presentation. The biggest risk here, as always, is that these preliminary numbers will differ from the final audited results. Also, the forward-looking statement's disclaimer is there for a reason. The market can be unpredictable, and any number of unforeseen events could impact SS Innovations International Incorporated's future performance. The strength of SS Innovations International Incorporated in this context appears to be their willingness to share information ahead of schedule, which can build investor confidence if the numbers are good. Their weakness could be that this is only a preliminary glimpse and actual results might reveal a different story. A key opportunity will be how they plan to navigate potential market challenges outlined in those forward-looking statements. A significant risk is that they might be setting high expectations too early, and if they don't meet them, the stock could suffer. In conclusion, this filing is an early indicator of SS Innovations International Incorporated's performance in 2025. It is a preview, not the full movie. Investors should treat this information with a degree of caution and await the full audited financial reports. Keep an eye on their revenue trends and strategic initiatives mentioned in the presentation to gauge their long-term potential. Alright, that is our quick decode of this SS Innovations International Incorporated filing. What do you think of these preliminary results, a sign of good things to come or a way to cushion bad news? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this explanation helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate finance. And don't forget to join our Discord community for more discussions. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.